Hello and welcome to AZ in the Circle, Arizona Softball Podcast, where we shine a light on talented, hardworking softball players and coaches in and from the 48th state. Continuing with our class of 2026, a very special class, making a lot of noise nationwide. We have two University of North Dakota commits with us. We have Josie Barden.
Hi.
And then we have Sam Graves.
Hi.
They're both committed to University of North Dakota. So we thought, hey, let's have them both on. You guys play for the same organization, Storm, but different teams currently, right? Okay. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we're going to ask you guys 5 questions. We'll break it up a little bit, but we're going to recap how your summer went. What was your best on the field summer memory, best off the field? What are you up to this fall? And then your recruiting journey. Tell us about September 1st and how you ended up in North Dakota, committed there. And then we'll take a break. And then the last 2 questions are, knowing what you know now, what would you tell your younger self? Younger Sam, a younger Josie. And then lastly, what are your personal keys to success? You guys are philosophers at this age already, or at least, you probably know more stuff than me. So I want to hear that. Okay. Maybe I can learn something. All right. So here we go. Let's recap how your summer went. Josie, start with you. Tell us about the summer.
It was really busy. Right out of school ball, we went into a PGF qualifier for Premier because we qualified the summer before for Platinum, but we wanted to play Premier. Then we went into Zoom into June, went 5-0. And then we went to Kansas City for Top Gun, and then we ended up taking first.
That's a tournament.
Yep.
There was Zoom in the June's a showcase.
Yep.
But you guys started off the summer. You said it so fast, but you wanted to qualify for the PGF Premier berth.
Yep.
So right off the bat, you guys were in competition. You came right out of high school ball.
Yeah.
And how was that transition? Like, hey, the coach was like, we got to get after it. Well,
Yeah.
do you remember that leading up to it?
Yeah, she was, we wanted to play Premier, so we had to show up right away, like right out of school ball. So, it was a little bit of pressure, but it was really fun because we went 3-0 and then we qualified and we were right into Zoom into June.
Which then you really were, it was that good kickoff then.
Yeah.
Your bats were hot and you stayed hot probably all summer then because you won the Top Gun thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then after Top Gun?
Then we went to Colorado. And then we had Premier for PGF Nationals and we placed top 20.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
What was, looking back at it, what was your best on the field memory?
Definitely winning Top Gun in Kansas City. Yeah.
Yep. How is that bracket? I've never been to it, but how's that bracket? You play, you start with opening pool and it's all single elimination bracket the next day, or what?
Yeah. So we played, I think it was 5 games in one day, and then I think the 5th game was the championship, but they were all like back to back to back.
On Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys had enough pitching to get you through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good. That's great. What about your best off the field memory this summer?
I really enjoyed traveling to new places because I'd never been to Kansas City before. And I really liked just going out to eat and hanging out with my teammates.
What was your favorite restaurant you went to?
We went to an all-you-can-eat Italian buffet.
Oh, where was that?
It was in Kansas City.
Oh, that's where you guys won the tournament. So you guys got carved up and went out there, and it paid off because you lasted 5 games on a Sunday.
Yep.
That's good. All right. And Sam, how about you? Recap your summer for us, please.
My summer was also super busy. I was on a different team than I am now. I was on Athletics Mercado. And we started off a little slow. We had some new girls that were weaving in, and then I was coming back off injury from the winter and school ball. So yeah, we started off a little slow, but we definitely got into it during the summer. We did kind of after Zoom into June was a little rough, but kind of after that we got it together, and yeah, we had a pretty good summer after that.
Competitive summer, that's great. And then what was one of your best on the field memories?
Probably Colorado. We made it really far. We did really well in our pool play games, and then lost because then it turned into double elimination. We lost our first game, and so we had to fight really far back. We played 5 games in a day. We lost our last one, but it was really hard fought game.
Yeah. I think your dad was texting me that day. I think it might have been the Final Four or something. You made it to the semifinal.
If we would have if we would have won, we would have made it
to the championship, to the final game. That's 5 games in a day. That's crazy. Are you looking forward to college where the the max you'll probably ever play is 2. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, good. And then what about your best off the field memory?
Probably the best off the field memory is just traveling. We didn't go really anywhere new, just the same places we've been, Colorado, California, but California I love to go to, and just loved that team. Great girls, great chemistry.
And then the fall. How's the fall going? Because now we're almost done with the fall. We're almost close to starting high school. So how has the fall been? Tell us a little bit about the fall.
We did not play in September at all because most of the girls had visits or camps. So our first tournament was in October, and we qualified again for PGF Nationals Premier. So we'll be back next summer.
The first tournament you do in the fall is a Premier tournament qualifier.
Yep.
So right off the bat.
Yep.
I see a pattern here. Your coach is like, let's get it now.
Yeah.
When was that?
October.
October?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got second place in California for the Show Me the Money tournament. And then we play this next weekend in California again for the pre-Thanksgiving showcase. Yeah.
So you're on Storm Mendez.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach, tell us a little bit about your coach there and the relationship she has with college coaches. Has that been a benefit to the team?
Yeah, I mean, she really helps us, like, drafting emails, stuff like that, helping us be realistic with where we want to go to camps and, like, everything like that. She's very good with, like, the development of, like, our players and helping us get to where we want to go.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then you're with the new organization, Storm, and new teammates, new everything.
Yeah.
And how's that going? Or what tournaments have you played in?
We've had a pretty rocky fall, I cannot lie, but we seem to be getting through it. Love the girls. Great team. Yeah, great chemistry with the girls.
Good. Yeah, it's not always everything's going just perfect for you, right?
Yeah.
But that's what's great about this game. It's full of adversity. You know, you're committed, you think everything's going good, but then you're struggling with the team you're on now, but that's it. You know, life's hard every day. You get up, face it, and keep going forward. And that's really I'm addicted to the game of softball because there's so much adversity. It's so exciting. It's awesome to see young ladies be so tough and resilient and pound it out and overcome. I see them get hit by pitches and they shake it off. They foul balls into their shins and they come up. They get run over. They get spiked and they hit fences going for balls and they get up and okay, next play. So I commend you guys. All right, so we're gonna go with. Share your recruiting journey leading up to September 1st. Josie, let's start with you. So tell us about one of the questions I wanted to ask to kind of weave this question in there was knowing that September 1st was coming up and it was the summer.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know, hey, I got to kick butt this summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you manage that expectation or what did you tell yourself internally to go out there and have a great summer?
Well, I just, like, told myself, like, I love playing softball and this is what I want to do. So I need to show everyone just, like, how much fun I have while I play and show, like, a bunch of energy and, like, how much fun I have when I play. And that just, like, no pressure.
To just be you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do anything different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Play with intensity, play with enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. And then that kept you calm for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, lead us into September 1st. Tell us your story.
So I went to a lot of camps. I knew I wanted to go to, like, a mid-sized college somewhere in the Midwest. So that's, like, where all my camps were that I went to. Coach Stevens came, and I think he was at, like, all of our tournaments this summer. So then, like, they were on my radar, and that was, like, on the list of schools that I was emailing all the time. So I went to the UND camp in August, and I absolutely loved it. And then I talked to Coach Stevens on September 1st, and then we set up a visit, and then I went there and I loved it. So
how soon so you went to camp? Did you guys go to the camp the same weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Do you guys know each other from Arizona?
No.
You didn't.
Nope.
But now you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you get there September 1st. Oh, so he calls you September 1st. How soon after that call were you on campus?
I went to campus on, like, October 11th, I think.
Okay.
So it was a little while until my visit. But I tried to, like, schedule it earlier, but then I had, like, conflicts and stuff. So then we scheduled it for later in October.
Okay, good. And then how was the visit? Tell me about the visit.
It was really fun. I love the campus. I got to stay in the dorms with some of the girls. I thought that was really fun. I loved like all their facilities. They're getting new facilities too. So
New softball facility.
yep.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you give me that ball, Sam, please.
Yeah, I can actually.
This ball was Albrecht Field opening day 2024, and that's when you went to visit, right?
Yeah.
When was that? Remember? Was it in September? Late September or something?
Like early September.
Early September, and they dedicated a brand new field. They played on it. I heard there was like standing room only.
Yeah.
The big crowd.
Yeah.
And you're all the way in University of North Dakota. Yeah, we're gonna show pictures. I'm gonna get pictures, and supposedly they have this in left field. They have this
flight deck.
The flight deck, which it looks like student housing back there or something, or residential housing.
Yeah.
Like
one
condos.
of the others, yeah.
And they're gonna have a bar down there.
Yeah, and
you
like
know.
a hot tub.
No, yeah, okay.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
All right, and then a whole flight deck there so people can see the game while they're having a good time.
Yeah.
And then it's also in right field. You have what looks like fraternity row.
Yeah.
And then you have standing room, and you got bleachers. The stadium looks incredible. So we're gonna get you pictures, and hopefully we can put them up when you see this. So this somehow was acquired, and now we have it. So this is awesome. Thank you
Crazy
so
how
much.
that works.
Yes. Okay. And so you get to the campus. Going back to you, Josie. You get to campus, and I think you showed me a picture of a hockey game.
Yes.
Did they play hockey? No, that's probably not the right accent, but do they play? Well, any of the girls have? Is there an accent? Like, is that your buddy in the wood chipper? You know, you ever seen that Fargo? I don't know. Where's Fargo? North Dakota or South Dakota?
It's in North Dakota.
North
Yeah.
Dakota. So, do they have an accent down there?
Well, a lot of most of them are from like Canada, so they
yeah.
have some Canadian accents. But
Do you have any Canadian players on your team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was great. That must
Yeah.
be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell about the hockey game. How was that?
it was so cool. The environment was amazing because like they don't have like professional sports in North Dakota, so like the whole town just like rallies behind the university. I thought it was a very cool game. I mean they won, so it was cool. And then they have like this really cool like entrance. They like turn all the lights off. And they have like this like light show. They have like the figure skaters. They're like cheerleaders, but on ice. Yeah,
Awesome.
it was really cool.
So you have the intensity of the softball is awesome, right? And then the good thing about softball is when they're stuck in this cold tundra in January, that's when you guys travel. The opening weekends, like the first 4 or 5 weekends, you guys traveled somewhere warm.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. And then for Christmas break, you'll come to Arizona. So the only time you're going to even experience winter there is what, like the second weekend of the fall? You're there in September and it snows. How often? When does it start snowing there in North Dakota?
I think like all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
What do they say? What did the coach? Did the coach say anything about that? Do you have indoor facilities?
They haven't experienced like the freshmen or like some of the sophomores haven't had like a bad winter yet because it didn't sound like last year's like winter was super bad. So
Yeah.
it should be. They said should be bad this winter,
It
but
should be bad. The winter's coming.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well. So go back to your visit. You go to the hockey game. You had a great time there. Tell us about. At what point did you feel like? Did you know? Hey, I really feel at home here. Or tell us a little bit about that.
I feel like I was very comfortable there when I first got there, and then I think like the hockey game when I saw like the sports community, I think that's when I like realized like this is where I want to play.
And then how soon after that realization did you tell coach that, hey, I want to come here?
So the hockey game was on Saturday, and I flew home Sunday morning, and then when I got home on Sunday, like that afternoon, I committed.
What did you call it? How did you talk to your parents? You say, hey, Dad, this is what I'm thinking. Hey, Mom, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And they were just
Yeah.
supportive, right?
Yeah.
As parents, what you want to do, right?
Mhm.
If your kid feels like it's the right fit, then you called him or you texted him or
I
how was
called
his?
him. Yep.
What was he like? Hey, what are you calling me for? Or was he excited?
Yeah, he was really excited. Well, I texted him before to make sure that he wasn't like in practice or anything, and then we called, and then he was like really excited. So.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
did he start clapping and then was like, why am I the only one clapping? You know
No,
that
he didn't do
I was like, okay.
Okay. Well, great. So the hockey game was really it helped you seeing that community.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good. Well, thank you for sharing that story.
Mhm.
All right, it was fun. And And we're going to take a break. We're going to go hear from Polaris PT and Brig, and we'll be right back.
At Polaris PT and Wellness, we believe that movement is medicine. We believe that as an athlete, you should be performing at the highest level. And so we deliver performance-driven solutions to get you back out onto the field faster. So give us a call at 480-808-4995 or reach out to us through our website, www.polarisptphx.com, where movement is medicine.
Okay, and we're back. Thanks, Brig. Now, Brig's our Polaris. He's the owner of Polaris PT. He does a great job. He helped Brooke get back strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Now, Sam Graves, I want to have you share your story with us about how you ended up at the University of North Dakota.
Actually, I have a present for you. I brought it back like
I am a
month ago.
fighting hawk today. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I love visors.
You're just not you without a visor.
Yeah, I love them. So thank you. Fighting Hawks. They do this.
I'm not sure what it is. That's
Okay.
a great point. Yeah.
Okay. If you know it,
I have no idea.
Okay.
Actually, that felt like a good guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Softball. I got the visor. All right. So like I asked Josie before, you had the summer coming up. It was September 1st. You're thinking to yourself, man, I got to go out there and kick some butt. I got a big summer, or not. I don't know what you were thinking. What were you thinking? Or if you were thinking that, what helped you calm down so you could just go out there and be you?
Well, I definitely stressed myself out a lot about that. And like, I'm someone that like, I will stress myself out like a lot like that. So I just kind of like, I don't know. I was just like, wherever I'm going to go, I'd already like let go of like, oh, I'm going to Oklahoma. Like I'm going like D1. I had like settled on like small D1, small, like I just want like a small, like I don't want to feel like I'm playing D1 softball. Does that make sense? Like I don't want to have that. So I just like kind of just like let it go, went and have fun, like just kind of thought like whatever, like the school that I'm meant to be at is gonna see what they need to see in me, and they're gonna see me as the player they want, and it's just like it's gonna work out how it needs to. So that was kind of like my like just mindset all summer, just like go have fun, like it's just all gonna work out in the end. If like I put in the work and I do what I need to do, like the right people are gonna see me and like find me.
Amen. Because one of our other, we did a special show before, and she's a top recruit, and she said the same thing. She went to like not Oklahoma, she went to LSU, and she said the same thing. I was just gonna be me, keep it light, have fun, and however it works out, it works out. And she also didn't know exactly where she was gonna go, but to the same point, it just goes to show that the mindset that you guys that are so successful have is like, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it's gonna work out if I just keep myself, if I just am myself, and relax and have fun and let it happen. It's great. So you have the right mindset. Okay, and then so obviously with that mindset, you had a successful summer.
Yeah.
You kicked some butt. You said you guys started out slow, but you picked up some steam and you made it to semifinal games during the summer. What about now as September 1st is approaching? Now what are you thinking? Are you thinking something's going to happen on September 1st?
I didn't think I was going to get any calls, any emails, any texts, anything. Like, I was at a friend's house, and I was just like, okay, it's midnight, and then, like, whatever. And then, like, I didn't get anything, and then, like, 2 minutes later, I got something. So, like, really going up to September.
Wait a minute, 2 minutes later. So, at midnight, you didn't get a phone call?
No.
You said 2 minutes later, I got a phone call. What was that?
I got an email.
You got an email 2 minutes later.
And
so at midnight. You were expecting your phone at midnight to ring.
Well, I was just like, I looked at it, and I was like, okay, nothing. And then I was like, whatever.
And then 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
And then how'd that make you feel?
I was, like, really excited because I just, like, I had put my standards, like, really low just because I didn't want to get, like, disappointed about, like, who was, like, looking at me and who was going to call me and stuff like that. So I had, like, kept my standards, like, low, like, all summer. Because I think North Dakota was, like, the first interest that I had seen from, like, a D1 school. And so, like, that was, like, really cool for me. And then I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm going to stay. Like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And then I got some more, and I got, like, some more interest. And then, yeah, so September 1st came, and I was just like, whoever wants me. Like, it's not the end-all, be-all. Like, whatever happens is what happens. Like, kind of same as before.
Good. And so, you got the email, and then did you finally set up a call with the coach, or how'd that happen?
We set up a call for, I think, the next day. Yeah.
So the email was from North Dakota.
Yeah.
And then you set up a call for the next day.
Yeah.
And how'd that go?
It went really well. He gave me my dates for just like, he was like, this is our dates for like official visits about, like, we have this one and this one. I just took the first one. I was like, I want to go out there. Because I'd already seen campus. Like, we went to the same camp. I loved the campus. I loved the coaches. Just, I was really excited to go. So I think I was really all in it before I even went. So.
And the coaches had come out. I can't remember. It was like early August or mid-August or something, or we were having some kind of practice, or maybe it was before Alliance. I just can't remember. But both the teams were playing 18U and 16U, and they had come out to see practice.
Yeah.
And they saw you practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it. That shows interest.
Yeah. I think looking back, like, you can definitely say where, like, you're like, they really were interested in you. Like, during the time, I was like, no, like, they don't want me. Like, they're just looking at me as they look like they look at anybody else. Like, but then looking back, I'm like, yeah, I think they were interested.
That's good. And so you took the first visit, and that was the opening weekend for the ball field. How was the atmosphere there? Were you overwhelmed, or did you feel at home, or at what point during the visit did you feel like, oh yeah, I can see myself here?
Yeah, it was just like really just home. Like I think just from like the get go, it was great. Like we went to dinner at like what they said, it was like the most North Dakota place they could find. And
what does
like
that mean?
they take, I don't know, that's what they said. Like, and they're like, yeah, they take all the recruits there, like when they come on their visit.
What was like steak or meat, potato, rice, corn? What are we talking about?
What was it called?
The Blue Moose.
I did go there.
They take all
The Blue Moose?
Yeah, that's what it's
Okay.
called.
Right.
Yeah, so we just went with a couple of the girls, and then because I was on the visit with like another girl, she was from California, and it was the first visit like they were having like this, I guess it's fall, like end of summer fall. So yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking, but it was just so much fun. And
I'm gonna have to go to the Blue Moose and catch a game. I got my visor. I get on the flight deck.
yeah,
You know. So do they play home games there in North Dakota? Towards the end of the season?
the dugouts are heated.
The dugouts are heated, but not the bleachers.
No,
No, I'm just
fend
kidding.
for yourself.
Yeah. But they do have a series of home games.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, probably you're right. Kind of like ASU. ASU has games, but they get done with their home games early in the season, and they don't really play that many games late in the season because it gets hot. Okay. That's good. So okay, so you're in your visit, and when was the moment?
I think I knew before I went like if they were gonna offer me, like I was gonna take it.
Okay. Oh yeah. So tell me about that, because the coach he's opening the field.
Yeah.
Right. And he's got big event, big crowds, a lot of stuff going on, throwing out all those people are throwing out the first pitch. And then in the midst of it, he tells you, okay, I'm ready for you to tell me what you think or something like that. And you're thinking.
So after my visit was done, he was like, okay, like you guys like go, like no pressure, no anything, like just mold over, like no pressure to call us like with whatever you think. And I was like, okay, like that's cool. And like I still really hadn't received like official offer. Like we had like talked about it, and like he said I was getting an offer. I just like hadn't received like the details. So for like the next like, because I had a flight, and then like we had like conflicts with like calls, so we had to wait till like 2 days later. And the entire time I was just stressing. I'm like he's not gonna give me an offer, like all this stuff. But then we set up a call, and then he was like what else would you need? And I was like, an offer. And then he was like, yeah, we have one of those. And I was like, okay, great.
Yeah. I think probably that's such a big weekend that he probably does it so often. He probably, I already did it. And maybe he didn't. Maybe he was waiting to see how interested you were. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah. But he finally came over with the offer.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. So that's great. So how was that? The moment that you said yes and he was excited, at what point did you relay this information to your parents, or were they right there?
Well, I was in the car with my mom, and then, and then we just had the call, and then I committed, and then I texted my dad a little bit later.
You had to text him.
Yeah.
Because if you had called him, he probably,
No, I just sent him a text. I said, fighting Haku dis. Yeah, that was the text.
Yeah. And then he probably sent back an emoji of him,
No, I think he said a bad word. And was like, yeah.
But he was happy. He probably called me a little bit after that, and, told me the good news. And
Did he call you? Yeah.
Yeah. He did.
First call. Yeah.
I don't know about the first call, but he was so emotional. He was so excited.
Feeling
He
the
tried
love
to be
here.
like super tough with you, but with me, it's marshmallow.
Yeah.
So, but he was so proud.
Just so big. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Totally appreciate it. And then, okay, so last two questions. Knowing what you know now, Josie, now that you've been through it, you're in this next phase.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell a younger Josie about the college softball recruiting process?
Probably just like know what you're looking for in a school and then revolve everything else around it. Like not just from a softball standpoint, but what do you actually want to get out of from going to that university? Like learning to be a better person and like growing academically also, but also growing as a softball player.
Okay, and Sam, what would you tell your younger self about the college recruiting process?
Probably the same thing, and just like not to stress about like if you like make a mistake or like whatever, and you think like people are watching, like they're just like watching, like everybody says that like they're watching what you do after, but it's like really true, they are. And then just start doing things earlier. Like I waited so long. I really only showed interest in schools that showed interest in me because I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and it just was like easier for me to like not do anything. So
okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what did you feel? I forgot to bring this up earlier. What did you feel were the most productive things you did in order to get recruited? Was it camps? Was it emails? Was it Twitter, X? Or was it DM on X? Or what? Josie, I'd like to ask you first.
I feel like it was like a combination of all of them. I think they all tied a little piece into like being where I am today. Like posting after a weekend, having like a recap, sending out emails all the time, like going to camps that like I can realistically see myself going to.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah, that being realistic with camps. I didn't go to a bunch of camps, but the camps I did go to were very broad. Had a lot of coaches there, like realistic. Like I wasn't spending all this money to go to Oklahoma, like that. And then I think Sports Recruit was a very big thing for me. I wasn't emailing schools, but what I was doing is I was on Sports Recruit and I was favoriting schools, like any school that like I narrowed it down a little bit, and just I updated my Sports Recruit every single weekend, no matter how short. Like maybe I didn't do the best, like remember how short, like find videos from like a while ago and just make sure they're like good quality, like short clips. That I think that's a big thing. Like coaches don't want to see your entire at bat of like 9 pitches and then you hit a ground ball up the middle. Like it's like just well done, like thought put into videos. I think that was like a very big thing for me. Like North Dakota was viewing my Sports Recruit like 5 times a day.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to put together a good because I've learned so much from all these student athletes that have come through here, and I've seen what's worked. I think I'm going to put a good list together of, hey, these are the things to do. And the number one thing is going to be we need quality video, the closest video, because sometimes that game changer. And we have a X account, Easy in the Circle, and we repost a lot of the Arizona girls videos. But the ones that get the most attention are the ones that are really close up, because the game changer, if that's the only thing you got, okay, I get it. But it's so far away, it's hard to see. She physically fit, is she strong? Is she hang in there? What's that swing look like? So the closer videos you can get to post on, whether it's X or Instagram or Sports Recruits or whatever you use, YouTube, it really makes a difference on coaches seeing, oh, I want to see this some more. So I think I'm going to put that together. That's great. Okay, so last thing here. What are your personal keys to success? Sam, I'll start with you.
I think my personal keys to success would just be like having like fake it till you make it, just having confidence no matter like where you are, no matter like who's watching you, just that like you just have to have confidence in yourself and confidence in that just whatever is meant to happen is going to happen for you, because like there's just a plan there for you. And if you can trust in that and just like put in your work, then you'll get where you need to be.
And that work leads to confidence.
Yeah.
Put the work in, that should give you the confidence to say, yeah, I like that. So confidence. Josie.
I would say being a multi-sport athlete has really worked for me because I just think it makes me like a more well-rounded athlete.
Yeah, I agree. Dual sport athletes rock. Or maybe sometimes, how many sports did you play?
I played 3 my freshman year, but only 2 this year.
Okay. So multi-sport athlete makes you a better athlete. Yeah. so that gives you, if you're a better athlete, you move better, react better, you're more explosive.
Yeah.
Great. So play multiple sports, have a lot of confidence. That's great. Well, thank you, Josie and Sam, for being on our show. You guys were awesome. Had a lot of fun. Hope we didn't take up too much time. And if you liked what you saw, we definitely like to earn your subscription, your like. I keep wanting to say this at the front of the show, but I always forget. But hey, thank you for watching. I'm Javier with AZ in the Circle, Arizona Softball Podcast.